Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Yes, I'm doing this super late again. Sorry. Same situation. Like, by the time I was meant to do it, I passed out. I was out like a light. And then when I regained my senses, it was way too late for me to do anything. So I'll just wait till the morning. Again, I'm trying not to make this a habit. I'm really not, but I feel like it's becoming a habit. But probably won't. It doesn't help. There's like 5 movies for me to do, so that doesn't help anything at all. But yeah. So that's my explanation. Anywho, today we're going to be talking about Dan Da Dan Evil Eye. So as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So let's get to it. Pros. So Dan Da Dan is based. Well, this is an anime that's based off a manga of the same name. And like this in particular is, apparently the first 3 episodes of the second season of said anime. And, sales wise, it has an audience because, uh, let's see, it says by November 2023, the manga has over 360 million views on the Shonen Jump Plus platform. The series has 5 million copies in circulation by December 2024. So there's definitely an audience for this. So obviously this is a very much like a fan only experience. So yeah, I guess brand name recognition with like the manga, I'll label that as a pro. Another pro is looking. There's no reviews. There's like 6 reviews, but I can't really go off that. There is an audience score though. It's a 99%. So I don't know how I could ever label that as a con. So that's a pro right there. um, let's see. I know there's been like some other. I'm trying to remember. Was there? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll label that like as a con later. But yeah, anime adaptations. We've seen a lot of them in the last few years, and we're going to see even more of them in the future because they very much can make money if I can find them. Okay, this was the last one, the first encounter. Sure, there's an easy way to find anime movie, but you know what? Oh, Okay, this is like the distributor G Kids. They distributed like Boy and Heron, back in 2023, which did quite well for itself. I'll just look it up. Dragon Ball. Okay. This is like a good example of how successful like an anime movie can be in the States. Because this made like $30 million, almost 7 million on a Wednesday in January. Like that's really impressive. So I was like one of the few first times people were like, okay, anime, this can really go somewhere. And there's been other examples in the past. All the Demon Slayer movies, particularly Demon Slayer Mugen Train, doing like insanely well, like astronomically well. Things like that. There's Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. There's Dragon Ball Superhero. As mentioned, the other Demon Slayer movies. So yeah, anime definitely has an audience, a big audience. So yeah, I would label that as a pro. But going to cons, another thing with anime is that yeah, it's very front loaded. It's very kind of like pump and dump, very short term. Like they make all their money like day one and then they just crash just crashed completely. And that's been the case for a lot of these movies. And Dan to Dan, Evil Eye, that's what it was called, right? Yeah, not First Encounter. Gotta go all the way back. Okay. This will be no exception. Absolutely no exception. Because the first Dan to Dan movie, well, it's basically there for like a single weekend, more or less. As I can show you here, this came out in September. Yeah, it was very much a one weekend only movie. Or I guess experience, whatever you want to call it. It only made like $1 million, which doesn't really bode well for Evil Eye. So just anime movies and their front loadedness, and the fact that the first anime movie like didn't really set the world on fire financially. Yeah, I'm gonna label that as a con. Another con, there's just a lot going on right now in the world of movies. I mean, you got Lilo and Stitch tearing it up. You got a Ballerina coming out this weekend. You got Mission Impossible Final Reckoning still out there. So lots of movies that are still out there. And there are quite a few movies that are going to be coming out real soon. Next week you have the How to Train Your Dragon remake, and then you have 28 Years Later, then Elio, then Megan 2.0, and then F1. Yeah, it's going to be very busy. Very, very busy. Which is great for, movies. It's great for movie theaters. Not so great for, um, competition wise. Because everyone's going to be fighting for screens and whatnot. So yeah, just competition everywhere. I'll label that as a con. Um, any other serious cons? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. No. Yeah, I think that's really it. So, opening weekend, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen any like early numbers for it, so I can't say how well it's gonna do. But I imagine it'll be on par with the last one, roughly. So I'm gonna say 1 million opening weekend and a final total of like less than 2 million. Depends on like how long this lasts. It's probably gonna last like a week. So I'm just gonna say 1 million opening weekend, less than 2 million total, and that's it. So that was Dan to Dan. We got 4 more movies. Fun. You got Dangerous Animals, you got Ballerina, you got Ritual, and you got Phoenician Scheme. And then that'll be it for the weekend. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage. All previous prediction videos I made this year, the past few years, you want to watch any of them, go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. May recap, that will come out next week. Yeah, next week. And June recap, that will be, I guess, the weekend of July 11th. Yeah, I think that would be a good time to do it. So yeah, that's when that'll happen. So stay tuned for both of those videos. But if you want, if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I went over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. Never talked about this once, like ever. There's 250 episodes of that you want to watch. You want to binge watch that whole thing, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.